fighting as a career, what have you. Essentially, there's no money in it. Think about it. Justin Gaethje just fought at the White House. I'm not Justin Gaethje. He made $800,000, just a little over $800,000 at the White House, on the lawn of the White House. Not $1 million. I mean, that's just bonuses. He got 2 bonuses, and his regular pay was probably, I'm guessing, like at best $500,000. And I was talking to one of my friends, like, oh, they got paid. It's like, no. Honestly, people in the Ronda Rousey card probably got paid way more. The guy who got knocked out by Francis Ngannou made more money. But there's also very little money in grappling. Like, unless you're winning CJI,
oh, don't worry. Jimmy's tough.
You're not gonna get where you can just do this full time. Unless where you're just competing. Like, you're just making money from competing. Granted, jiu-jitsu structure is structured like golf. But there's not enough interest. It's insane to me that, like, golf makes more money than jiu-jitsu. Like, golf makes millions of dollars, and jiu-jitsu, that's, like, you're lucky if you win, like, a 5K bracket. And if you win, like, a 5 or 10K bracket in jiu-jitsu, you're the fucking man. Plus, I wanted to train other martial arts. Like, originally, I wanted to do Kyokushin karate. Like, jiu-jitsu was not my first love. Or should I say grappling. It was Kyokushin karate. Maybe Muay Thai.
That's the best you can do.
I guess martial arts as a whole was my first love, shall I say. MMA was my first love. There was actually never a single martial art I loved over any other.
That's the best you can do.
But I had this epiphany last year, I want to say it was, or 2 years ago. No, it was last year. It feels like 2 years ago. I had a complete mental breakdown. Like, unbelievable mental breakdown. I texted my friend because I got offered to compete by a guy who tried to get to host a tournament in my hometown. Like, I got an offer to compete at his thing, and he had like a karate combat pit, and I was really down to do it. I messaged my friend, and before he could message me back, because he messaged me the next day, I had the biggest mental breakdown I've ever had in my life. Like a straight panic attack. My poor mother had to hear all about it. Me going like, why am I doing this? This has gotten me nothing. I've wasted my life with this. If there was a gun at that moment, someone would have had to hide it. It was bad. I'm kind of joking. Not really. It was really bad.
Oh,
it
don't
was
worry. Jimmy's
by
tough.
far, and outside of thoracic outlet syndrome, it was the darkest place I've ever been in terms of the old grappling career. And I just kind of decided, it was like, why am I doing this? I like training. That's the only reason I'm doing this. I just need to train.
I could do so much better, you know.
Genetic or something?
Like, don't get me wrong, I'll hop in some money brackets. I still am gonna train like someone who's in it, but I have no desire to make this my career. It's impossible. I just kind of want to use it as a vehicle for other artistic endeavors like this. A big reason I started this YouTube channel, because oh yeah, I sent him like, at the time I had like 40 subscribers, like 41, 42.
Jimmy's tough.
And I think I had like 5,000 views on the channel at the time. I sent him that. It was kind of like Ari Spears with the Vlad TV interview. Looking back at it, I just remember thinking, like, even if I get there and say I win this tournament, what the fuck is that gonna do for me?
Hopkins, you're pathetic.
Like, it's not like a Ferrari's gonna appear out of the blue or whatever. And not saying that I really want a Ferrari. Like, I'm not in this for a Bugatti. I'm not trying to go Andrew Tate out here. But I would like something to show other than a belt. Like, your fam... I realized also I wanted a family. Like, I'm 27. I'm getting a little long in the tooth. And quite frankly, the dream just doesn't mean that much to me. Like, I chased it. For the most part, I've gotten what I wanted. I've had some success. But... it's just, I kind of know what it is. So the moment when I switched over from jiu-jitsu, from MMA, that being my goal.
Hopkins, you're such a whip.
I remember one of my friends, he's been on the channel, like he's in one of my YouTube videos. Shout out Trey Shaver, he doesn't give a shit if I say his name. Blonde hair, kid. I remember him saying, I'm going to be ADCC champion in this amount of time. And I remember just being like, I don't give a fuck about a belt or a title. It's just a promotional tool. And plus, I was just over it. Because after I lost at the States my senior year, I really didn't have a goal or a set plan or something to chase. I was just kind of competing to compete because I loved competing. By the time I got to college, like I didn't care about I wanted to be an All-American, but like it wasn't the end-all be-all to me. I didn't have that outer, not ultra-ristic thing. I wasn't chasing something outward, like a symbolism of success, if you will. It was more intrinsic of why I was training.
That nonsense don't.
But I didn't understand, like I didn't really know that at the time. I was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna see where this goes. I'm just kind of really doing this for money, which is stupid because there's no fucking money in the sport. I reiterate. And it came to my conclusion, another thing, it's like, yeah, as a combat sports athlete, you can't really ever let yourself heal. You can't really ever have a day off. I mean, you can, but not in the same way if you're a hobbyist. And there's always this feeling of a time clock on you. It's like every second you're not training, you feel like you're wasting it. You're wasting your breath. I just wanted to train for once in my life with zero pressure. Just, you know, try to get better every day, try and learn every day.
That's the best you can do.
Not have to win, because that's the other thing too. You have to win.
Hopkins, you're pathetic.
If that's your career, that's what your identity is attached to. You have to win matches, or you're not gonna make any money. And even if you are, again, to reiterate, I'm gonna keep doing that. Even if you are winning, you're still not making any money. And I know people who've made a couple dollars in the sport, but it's not like, it's not house money. It's not sustainable. And it's how long can you do this? And the sport's always evolving. One day, it's gonna pass you by. What's the movie with David Croach where he's a boxer?
Hopkins, you're pathetic.
And he has, they don't call it CTE in the movie, but he clearly has CTE.
Jimmy's tough.
And it ends, so essentially like his manager makes him turn into a pro wrestler, makes him wear an Indian costume, makes him take a dive. And it's genuinely sad. Cause he's like, I've never taken a dive. I've never had a fake fight. I never, which I was, one of my friends would always talk about like, well, like, come on, do WWE. I hate the WWE. I hate fake fighting. I used to love the movie Daredevil, like the really shitty one from 2003, because in the beginning of that movie, his dad doesn't take a dive. He just, when the Loan Shark bookie comes to him,
I could do so much better, you know.
I just remember that was like a core member of him just being like, we're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's against my code of honor.
Hopkins is surprisingly tough. Very amusing. I want to see some blood.
But for me right now, I want to get to where I can compete again financially. Just do as many Fuji Jiu-Jitsu tournaments as I can humanly do. Occasionally, like, compete for some actual money. And train other martial arts. That's where I am in my life. And quite frankly, there's so many more artistic endeavors I want to do, quite frankly. Like, I'm in the process of writing a book.
That's the best you can do.
Gonna try to have that one finished or finalized. Like, I'm in the process of revitalizing it. And I want to actually start writing another book about college wrestling, like a week in a high school wrestler's life, college wrestler's life.
Oh, don't worry, Jimmy's tough.
And you can't do that when you're, grappling or fighting, because it's either you're in or you're out.
And done.
And I'm out, quite frankly. And not out of it, again, as a whole, but out of it as, this is my life, this is the only thing I want, this is the only thing I'm chasing. I just want more out of life than what that can offer. Also CTE. CTE is very real.
Knock him unconscious.
And I'm not down with that. And I'll end by saying this. When I was in high school, I would imagine like wrestling and being like, imagine if this is how you put food on the table. And when I like actually started competing in terms of professionalism, like in jiu-jitsu, this is when I like started doing jiu-jitsu. I would be in like a leg lock or an arm bar, someone have that, and I would think to myself, like, you have to let this snap, because one day there's gonna be 10 grand on the line where you're like, you might have to break someone's arm one day. It's like, could you do it? And the answer is, I would ask myself, would you hesitate? And the answer, the more and more I got older, was, yeah, probably. Like, I would give them probably like 5 seconds. I would probably still break someone's arm or leg, or even let my own shit snap if there's 10K on the line. I ain't ever seen that much money in my life.
It's a wonder Hopkins is still
But DDP put it perfectly.
I could do so much better.
And I used to ask myself this question, and this is back when I wanted to do MMA. It's like, the question isn't, are you willing to die in there? It is, are you willing to beat another man to death in front of his family? And I would also ask myself that. Like, if you threw a punch and you knew, like, the next one would kill them, would you do it? Ages 16 to 22, the answer was always, yeah, for sure. He signed the contract.
Oh, don't worry, Jimmy's
He
tough.
would do it if he was in my position. I'm sorry for his family, like, I feel bad for them, but we sign up to kill each other with our hands. The older and older I got, the more I was like, no, I would feel really good. Like, bro, I remember seeing this video where a guy tapped out because he was beating the fuck out of his opponent. And he just, and honestly, it was one of those ones where it was probably fine, but it just looked like it wasn't gonna go good if it kept going. I remember thinking, it was like, I probably wouldn't tap out. I probably would have kept going. But the older I got, the more I was like, I probably wouldn't tap. I probably would do what he did. And just...
You shouldn't be making trouble.
Don't make the boy, Jimmy. Never.
Tap out.
You better not damage my clothes.
Especially at the regional level. And I was talking to one of my other friends. He was an IBJJF world champion white belt. And he was talking about fighting, and that brings me to my next conclusion before I end this. He was talking to a guy we know who fights MMA, which that's another thing I want to get into. Like, the people you meet a lot of times from fighting are kind of not the best. But he was saying, he asked him, he's like, oh yeah, I want to have a fight, man. Like, should I? And the guy said, if you're not willing to die in there, or if you're not like kind of suicidal, don't do it. And that really put things into perspective. Like, there was a point in my life where I was realized, like, oh yeah, I kind of want to live. Like, I wouldn't say like I wanted to die or anything, not to get cringy, but it was like I didn't super care about living.
Careful!
I mean, I do, but I didn't. I mean, I did, but I didn't.
That looks like it hurt.
You look pathetic. You look pathetic.
Like, the fight was more fun.
His left eye looks swollen.
But the older and older you get, you just start to enjoy life. You start to enjoy Sundays. You start to enjoy people's birthdays, weddings, shit like that. And I'll end up the last things. Once I started meeting like professional fighters, and there was like one time I went and turned pro in Michigan, and let's just say things got a little the typical jiu-jitsu coach, piece of shit jiu-jitsu coach. And I'm not gonna say no names, but fuck that guy. I don't really care. Like, honestly, he's a horrible human being. I will say that. But you start to meet like the guys who fight professionally, you realize like, oh yeah, you can't do anything else. You choose fighting. Fighting chose you. And I feel like I do have more to offer than just fighting.
Hopkins, you're pathetic.
And I know this is long-winded, kind of incoherent, but yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Have a good one. Bye.